Tonight on Animal House, zero tolerance for animal neglect.
It's all feces all in here. There's no way to keep a dog.
Rare geese at risk on a busy highway.
Don't go on the road.
And an unwelcome visitor.
He ran up the wall and ran up the curtain. He demolished my house. He bit her and it went right down to the bone.
Inspector Kevin Plowright is making a return visit to a West Auckland property.
I'm here to follow up on a job that I went to last night, a golden retriever. I'm not happy with the living conditions. Apparently a girl that owns it that's gone back to Malaysia, but her sister is going to meet me here today to surrender the dog. Hello, how are you? Kevin from the SPCA. I would have spoke to you on the phone. Did you know how the dog was being kept here? Had you visited the dog much? No. If you come down the back, I'll show you where the dog was being kept. Can you see all the feces in here?
Yeah.
Tied up around the tree, and it gets all tangled up round here.
Oh.
And there's all feces all in here. There's no way to keep a dog.
Yeah.
It's just not really fair on the dog.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, well, we're going to try and find her a home.
Yeah.
She's quite a nice girl.
Dog.
Yeah.
Very friendly.
Yeah. I'll get the vet to take a look at her because she's got a bit of bruising under here because she had that chain around her neck.
Yeah,
so we'll go and pop her away. Come on, Princess.
Princess, let's go. Go for a walk. Princess, come on.
That's
Let's
okay,
go
I'll
for
grab this. Yeah. She'll come, I'll just have to give her a little bit of encouragement. Come on, girl, Princess, come.
Princess will be taken back to base, where if she passes a vet check, she'll be put up for adoption.
Good girl, come on. She's a little bit lean on it. She's got an injury on her nose. We'll find her a nice home that knows how to take care of her, and it should all work out good for Princess.
Kevin's upbeat about Princess's future. But back at base, the doggery is filling up fast.
Feeding time here at Auckland SPCA. We're really full here in the doggery. We've got quite a few puppies, quite a few adult dogs, and it's coming up to that long weekend. It's a bit of a problem. People seem to just come and dump all their dogs.
Around 2,000 puppies come through the SPCA every year. A lot of the animals are surrendered because their owners are moving.
You're surrendering the dog, you don't want it.
Yeah.
And why?
Too activity, too energetic. Yeah. And I need move overseas.
And you're moving.
Yeah.
Well,
Onto this one.
thank you. Yes, we'll keep that with it. And that's $40 surrender fee.
Yeah. Too energetic. That's yeah. He's still only a puppy, so yeah. So you can train it. Yeah, he can. And so I don't worry about anything. No. Okay. Cool. All right. Thanks for bringing him in. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. No hugging goodbye.
Some dogs will be difficult to rehome because they've never been socialised properly.
A lot of it is to do with dog-on-dog aggression. That's the main problem we do have because they haven't been socialised with other dogs. You know, their first thought is to attack.
Hi there. You're not a people person. What's wrong with you? Oh, please.
But it is... we might have to get the girls to walk him down because I'm not really keen on being bitten by a puppy. Their teeth are kind of razor sharp, so... And I mean, yeah, I don't want to push them to that, so... No. I am not so much afraid for my safety, it's more the work that needs to go into those dogs to even consider rehoming them. It does mean you have to spend quite a bit of time with them. I usually tend to take pity on those ones, so that's my downfall. They're only puppies and it's quite sad to see puppies of that age being like that.
Across town, Inspector Todd Neal's on his way to a West Auckland farm.
We've had a call about apparently some dead and dying cattle. The person that called us seemed to think that one of them had bloat, which is a condition basically with a build-up of gases in the cow's stomachs. Literally cause the cattle to swell up like a balloon and can obviously be fatal unless obviously the pressure's released. The one that I thought was dead has actually just started blinking and looks like he is alive. So, well, this guy's obviously scouring. You can see all the runny diarrhea off the back of him, and I'd say he's got bloat by the looks of things. Definitely not in a good way. I'll get a vet down here. I've got a calf down here that's really bloated and looks like it's scoured. Have you got a vet available to come down that can give me a hand?
Urgent treatment is needed, otherwise the calf will die. On a busy highway in North Auckland, Inspector Sue Bourdet is following up a call about an injured goose.
They're Cape Barren geese that are really rare and endangered, and they mate for life. There's no wing damage by the looks of it. She looks kind of wobbly. It doesn't look too serious. So a really good scenario would be to get this one to the vet, get her checked over and then bring her back, and hopefully this one will stay around. They've been here for a long time, you said.
We've been here about 5 years, and the chap before that actually bred them. And he took most of the birds with him, except Mrs. Goose stayed behind, and her original husband, he died about 2 years ago. He was killed on the road, and then she remated this summer. And I just hate for her to be lying there all day, injured. You know, if we can do something about it.
Mrs. Goose, we're trying to help you. We'll bring you back.
The Cape Barren goose is a native of Australia. The geese were first sighted on Cape Barren Island, off the coast of Tasmania.
Don't go on the road. Come on.
So what started out as a simple rescue has turned into a marathon. Coming up, there's fallout from the overcrowding.
There was a bit of argy going on in there, and Oscar's fractured a toe as a result.
His metacarpal bone.
The calf gets treatment, but is it too late?
It's pretty non-responsive. Heart rate's up about 200, a sign that something pretty serious going on.
And the chase goes on. At the SPCA, there's a steady stream of surrendered dogs.
Lovely next dog. I just don't have time to look after her. Incoming dogs to doggery, please. Incoming dogs to doggery, thank you.
We tend to put on the softer music. It just quietens them down. It's been proven that it's beneficial for them. Classical music, anything that's soft, no hard rock, which some of our staff don't like, because they prefer to listen to that. It takes us about 2.5 hours to feed the puppies and dogs morning and evening, and we're going through quite a lot of food.
About 4,500 kilos of puppy biscuits and nearly 3,000 kilos of adult biscuits have been dished out in the doggery over the last year.
At the moment, we are absolutely full up to the brim with pups and adults. It's getting to the point where we are unable to accept any more dogs because we have nowhere to put them. We're already going into sort of having to put 4 per double pen, so yeah, it's getting a bit ridiculous at the moment.
In North Auckland, the injured Cape Barren goose is still giving Sue the runaround.
Your place?
Yeah. Well, I don't need to go to the gym tonight anyway.
The chase has taken Sue across 2 farms and 2 kilometres so far, with no sign of a litter.
Throw net would be good. Come here. a little bit of a wild goose chase. I really honestly don't think her injuries are really serious, so we'll get her to Linfield Vets as soon as possible, get her checked, get her back here ASAP. You know, hopefully it's all going to be a nice happy ending for her. Wobbly as, aren't you?
At the SPCA, vet Jeff Talbot is checking the retriever for any medical problems.
You got teeth? Looks like she's about 3 or 4. She had something around her neck, did she, Tara?
Yeah, she's tied around her neck.
She's had a bit of rubbing and stuff. There's a bit of hair loss in there. Saw it all? No. Hey, you're a nice dog. Aren't you? She's actually a little bit underweight. She probably could put on 3 or 4 kilos at least.
She's just lovely. She's a typical, ideal family pet.
But with the adoption modules already full, there's no guarantee Princess will find a new home.
Puppy, up, up.
Across town, a farm animal vet has arrived to take a look at the sick calf.
So the calf is pretty non-responsive. Heart rate's up about 200, which is really high. It's also irregular, so that's a sign that something pretty serious going on. Obviously got quite a lot of bloat here, and temperatures up around 41, so that's also really high. The calf's pretty skinny, so that's a sign that perhaps something's been going on for a little while with it.
A chat with the owner establishes he's already taken action to treat his cattle for diarrhoea, also known as scours.
Doesn't appear to be from neglect. He has just drenched all the cattle 2 days ago. This little calf obviously taken a turn for the worse.
Once they bloat up, it puts pressure on their diaphragm, so that alters the way that they breathe and it alters their heart rate and everything like that.
But as soon as we've set him up, he's actually felt a bit more comfortable. Has possibly passed a bit of wind already. Could be one of these miracle cures. Give him a bloat drench and he'll be up and away, sort of thing. So let's hope.
The drench is to help dissipate the built-up gases in the calf's stomach. Without quick treatment like this, it would almost certainly die.
There's a bit of gas just came out. Just belched.
Todd and Megan spend some time trying to get the calf to his feet. But the drench has been effective.
Oh, you gotta get up. That's a bit more promising.
And as hoped, the calf has a second chance at life.
She's staggered a little bit to start with, but it looks like she's got the feeling back in her legs. And she's away. She's up walking. The next 24 hours is still probably going to be critical to make sure that she doesn't go down again and re-bloat up or anything. But she's certainly one alive calf now, as opposed to the one dead one we thought she was when we arrived. So, very good outcome.
Back at base, the staff and the doggery are flat out dishing out the food and sorting out the occasional scrap.
This is Oscar, and at the moment the doggery's pretty full. Oscar's had to share a room with another dog, and they haven't been getting on so well. Overnight, they had there was a bit of argy going on in there, and Oscar's fractured a toe as a result. He has a bite wound on his foot.
He's actually fractured his metacarpal bone. Because it's one of his outside toes, then there's every chance that that'll heal up without any problems. The complicating factor is that there's a puncture wound right over the site of the fracture, which obviously means that there's a risk of infection. We'll probably have to foster him out in 6 weeks. It'll all be healed up and he should be just fine.
So he's a good boy though, does what he's told most of the time. But yeah, he'd make a fabulous pet for somebody, so we're hoping we can get things sorted for him.
Oscar's not the only one that needs a home. Out the back, Princess is still waiting for someone to adopt her. Coming up, the wobbly goose has a vet check.
It's definitely neurological. Certainly not walking very well.
Oscar leaves the doggery.
He's had to go into foster care for about 6 weeks.
And a stray cat causes chaos.
He ran up the wall and ran up the curtains, demolished my house.
In a central Auckland suburb, a local has a story to tell about her much-loved tabby cat.
Well, my cat went missing and it's been gone for 8 weeks, and we've sighted it down in Nickhouse Street. And all the people down there have been looking for it, so we hired a cage to catch the cat.
A helpful neighbour trapped a cat and released it into Yetta's place through the cat door.
She brought one round last night thinking it was my cat, and it isn't. So it's demolished my house. He ran up the wall and ran up the curtains and knocked ornaments off and has pulled down the drapes. My daughter, she went to grab him and he bit her, and it went right down to the bone.
Enter SPCA driver Sarah Ma.
How are you?
Very pleased to see you.
So where's this troublemaker?
He's in there, and the door's shut that goes into the hall.
Sure.
Where he's been, and there's a cage in there that we hired.
Yeah. But it hasn't gone inside
No,
it?
he hasn't.
Isn't there somewhere?
Yeah, he's in there somewhere, but I'm not game enough to shift anything.
No, fair enough. Oh, it's just... Hey! Hey, puss. Hi, doll. It's all right, Poppy. Come on.
You got him?
That's a boy. Come on. I don't think he's wild as such. He's very... Come here. Come here, babe. He's very scared.
Yes.
That's a boy.
You want the cage?
Yep, I'm just gonna get him out to this area.
He's a big boy, he's strong.
He is. Don't bite me, please.
Thank you. Job well done.
You're welcome.
Here's a donation to the SPCA.
Oh, thank you so much.
The wrong cat does look a bit like the right cat, but Sarah will take him back to the SPCA and register him on the Lost and Found website. Out west, Sue is hoping to find out what's wrong with the Cape Barren goose.
We'll start with just a basic exam and see how everything feels.
Okay.
All right, sweetie. Did she appear to be carrying one wing lower than the other when she was walking?
She almost looked drunk. Unsteady and drunk.
But the goose isn't a she. Vet Kevin Turner establishes that Mother Goose is actually Father Goose.
He's male.
He's
got
male.
a little bit of anatomy inside, so that's a pretty sure sign.
Spinal?
It's definitely neurological. Looks as though he may have an injury to his lower back. Just seeing if I can find any evidence of a break or a bruising around the spine area. He's got some function down there, but certainly not walking very well. Just going to test his pupil sensitivity to light. If he's got a brain injury, then sometimes those pupils are less responsive. When we shine the light in there, the pupil pretty quickly just clamps down. And that's a good sign that he's actually seeing that light and that his brain's able to respond to it. It's a good sign. Okay. Basically what he needs is some anti-inflammatory to take down any swelling that's going on around his lower back or potentially even in his head. We're not sure where that swelling is.
Kevin and Sue decide the goose should be kept under observation for a couple of days. If he improves, he can go back to his mate. But if he doesn't, Kevin will do some further tests.
Very good.
The full sign is out at the SPCA doggery.
We're actually starting to have to turn them away. Only really severe cases we're accepting.
Just hold on to the dog another week. It would be great help for us. We're actually over the top with dogs.
A few of the dogs have spilled over from the modules into the offices, like Oscar with a fractured toe.
He's had to go into foster care for about 6 weeks, which I've offered to do because he's a real honey. And I've pretty much decided that I'm going to adopt him when his foster time is up. He's fitted really, really well into my home, and he has the most gorgeous big brown eyes. He's really friendly, really happy, always pleased to see me. He loves company. He's just, yeah, he's so easy. He's a really easy dog, and he's just fitted in really, really well. So I can't, bear to give him up, really.
The other accident victim, the elusive Cape Barren goose, never got to go back to his mate. His injuries turned out to be fatal, and he died a short time later. Back in the doggery, staff have been working with Princess to help her be more sociable and confident around people.
She's just passed her behavioural assessment with flying colours and her health assessment. She's been desexed and microchipped, and now she's ready to go to some new owners. Hopefully this weekend she'll get adopted.
Kirk's wishful thinking did the trick. A short time later, Julianne Matheson saw Princess at the SPCA and adopted her.
She's such a lovely girl. I can't really imagine calling her Princess, but she's quite a little lady, so I thought I'd just call her Lady.
There's an added bonus for Lady. Julianne's Malamute Nelson took a shine, and the two dogs are now inseparable.
They just started playing straight away, and it was incredible. They're hyperactive, and they're just having a ball, and it's great.
The difference in the retriever is amazing. This lady is a happy, well-adjusted pet with a great future.
You are, you're both silly.